Hi guys, welcome back. We've got a really good strengthening, good burn session coming up. If ever you've got some ankle weights today I've decided to use mine. So if you've got any, feel free to use them. If you don't worry about it. Still will work super hard. We're going to come in to a 4-point nail position in the middle of your mat here. So making sure that our shoulders line up with our wrists, and those hips are over those knees, so the knees are underneath the hips. I'm very confused there. All right, so nice square position here. We're going to take a nice big inhale in through your nose. We're going to drop the ribcage down, arch through the lower back, look up to the ceiling. And a nice big exhale out through your mouth. Press away from the mat, round through the spine, look up towards your belly button. Again, big breath in, drop the ribcage down, look up to the ceiling. Big breath out around the spine, look up towards your belly button, press away from the mat. Let's go again here. Keep moving, following your own breathing pattern here. Getting a little bit deeper in each of these stretches. Nice bit of movement happening through our spine. Warming up. Let's go one more here. Nice big breath out, press away. Then finding that nice neutral spine. We're going to come into some scapular retractions or little shoulder shrugs. So we're just going to slide the chest down in between your shoulders. So down towards the mat and then slide up, press away from the mat. So keep the arms nice and straight. We're literally just lifting and lowering the chest here. Inhale, drop it down to the floor. Exhale, press away from the floor. Tiny little move. Feel your shoulder blades get closer in towards each other as you slide the chest down. And they sort of spread apart as you lift back up. Let's go 2 more. And last one here, finding that nice neutral spine. We'll just start rocking forward and back on those wrists here, just warming them up, stretching them up. So gentle rock from forward and back. That's it, nice and gentle. And one more here. Then we're going to turn the palms facing up towards the ceiling. So fingertips are going to be pointing inwards towards your knees. And then we're just going to keep rocking forward and back. So the top of your hands is down on the mat, fingertips pointing towards your knees. And we're just rocking forward and back. Not the most comfortable position. Yeah, one more here. And slowly bring the palms back down onto the mat, fingertips pointing forward. And what we're going to do, we're going to keep that 4-point nail position, but we're going to tuck those right toes under. And we're going to kick that right leg out long. Draw it back in, kick it out long, and draw it in. Drawing those belly buttons in towards your spine. Literally just straighten that leg back behind us. And keep pressing away from the mat with your hands here. So nice and strong through those shoulders. We're just warming up that glute. Getting ready for a next little series of burning moves. All right, lengthen through that leg, so reach long behind you. Feel that nice squeeze in that right glute. Make sure you're not sinking into that left leg here. So support yourself, use those core muscles. See if you can center that body weight a little bit. Amazing, let's go another 4, 3, 2, and the last one, draw it back in. Pop it down for a second, pop your knee down. Then I want you to come down on your left elbow. So drop the left elbow down. You can place your forearms so the fingertips are pointing out towards your right hand. We're staying up, pressing on that right hand. So just the left elbow down. Got a little bit of an opening through the hips here. You're going to take that right leg again. We're going to send it out straight. Now slightly rotate out with that hip and that knee. Point the toes out. From here, you're going to draw. So bend the leg, draw the knee all the way in towards your right arm, towards your right shoulder. And then we press out nice and long again. So see if you can keep the hips nice and still. So we're not pressing or crunching through the stomach as we draw the leg in. Keeping the core of the upper body nice and still. Just moving that leg in. Straighten out again, nice and long. Keep pressing up and away from the mat through that left shoulder as well. So we don't want to be sinking down on that left shoulder. If you're using the weight around the ankle, it gets heavy really quickly. All right, we've got 4 more here. Making sure we're not rolling back onto that left hip, that left leg. Last 2. And 1. You're going to keep the leg out straight. You're going to drop the toes down towards the floor, then lift back up in line with your hip. Lower down to the floor and lift up. That's it. So little lifts and lowers. Slow and controlled here. We're not just dropping the leg down. See if you can slow it down. That's it. And keep lengthening through that leg, reaching the toes long and away from the body. Amazing. Let's go for another 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up, lower down, keep it there. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to lift the leg up, but we're going to circle it, draw a rainbow, bring it out to the side here, drop it down to the floor, and then lift it back up, rainbow back in line with the body, drop to the floor. So lift, lower out to the side, lift, lower back in line with the body. So like we're drawing a little rainbow or a big rainbow with your toes. See how high you can lift up through that leg. If it's a little bit too much for you, feel free to just slide the toes forward and back. We're drawing a nice little semicircle or a quarter of a circle down on the floor. Otherwise, we're lifting and lowering here. Out to the side, back behind. Keep strong through the core. All right, we've got this. Once again, we're not poking or crunching through the tummy here, so keep everything nice and activated. Just that leg moving. Last 3, 2, and 1. Forward and all the way back. Beautiful. From here, we're going to drop down onto our left-hand side. So pop that left hip down, turn side on, in a side lying position. We're going to keep the bottom leg bent, keep the top leg straight. Prop yourself up onto that right elbows, press away so the ears away from the shoulder. We're going to come into a side plank here. I'm just going to shuffle. So my foot's on the mat. All right. So starting with your top arm down by the side of your hip here. You're going to press the hips up and away from the mat. Lift the arm all the way up overhead. So bring bicep to your ears. Reach the fingertips nice and long away from the body. And then lower everything back down. Nice big exhale. We press up and away. Really squeeze into that sideways. Lift that bottom glute, that bottom hip up from the floor. And lower down. Now if that's enough for you, you can stay here. If we want a little bit more, we're going to lift that top leg and keep it lifted as we keep moving up and down. So we're holding that top leg nice and high. That's it, nice big squeeze here. Definitely feeling it in the bottom. All right, feel that nice big stretch, the right side of the body as you lengthen the arm. Rest that hip as high and as far away from the mat as you can. Feel free to drop the foot back down at any stage if you need to. If you've got that leg up. Right, let's go for another 4. We've got 3, 2. On that last one, you're going to lift it up, hold it there. Bring the top arm back to vertical. From here, keep pressing the hip up, keep holding that side plank. You're going to take your right arm, we're going to bring it, reach down underneath your waist and reach back behind you. So a nice little twist through the upper body, then reach back up. So once again, you can have that top leg lifted for a little bit extra. You can drop the toes down. And we thread that needle so that right arm goes down and under, slides underneath our waist, reaching long behind. Nice little bit of a twist through the spine. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to thread through. 4 more here. We've got 1 more move after this. Then we get a nice little shoulder roll. Last 2. And 1. Keep that top leg lifted if you can. Little hip dips. Down and up. Down and up. We're here for 10. 9. 8. Keep squeezing. Go for 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1, lower back down. Beautiful. Lift up onto those bums. Just roll out through that left shoulder. Give it a little bit of love. You can even stretch it out if you feel like it. Going across the body and then overhead. And then keep your legs where they are. You take your right hand, pop it down onto the mat next to you. And reach that left arm up. Feel that nice stretch through the left side of the body. Reach the fingertips long away from the body. Nice little side bend here. 1 more big breath in. And out. We're going to lift all the way back up from here. Just turn onto your bums into a seated position. We're going to bend through those legs. Bring the feet flat onto the mat. We've got a nice bend through those legs. Already said that. We're going to bring the arms nice and long in front. Roll those shoulders back and down. We're starting with a nice long spine from here. And take a nice big inhale through your nose. As we breathe out, start rounding through the spine. You're going to roll back about halfway until your mid-back touches the mat. Then from here, exhale, lift up. Inhale to lower. Breathe out to lift. That's it. So I say until your mid-back touches the mat, but really you go as far as you're able to come back up. Nice and slow and steady here. And each time you reach the top, lengthen again through that spine. Reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. That's it, beautiful. All right, we're going to add on some arms here. A little bit more difficulty. Lower down, hold it there, lift the arms up to your ears or as high as you can. Lower back down in front of you before you come back up. So we lower down, hold, lift the arms, lower the arms, lift back up. Nice big inhale. Breathe that roll up. So much harder with those arms up, isn't it? Really challenging the balance, challenging the core. All my feet want to do is lift off the mat. All right, and while we're here, we're going to add a little bit of oblique work as well. So next time we come down, we're going to lift the arms up. Then from here, we're going to reach both of your arms out to the left, as far out to the left as you can. Lift them back up to center, and then let's reach out to the right. Sorry, all the way out to the right. Come all the way up, lower the arms, lift back up. Let's go again. Rolling down, lift the arms up, reach all the way out to the left. Nice big twist. Back to center, out to the right. Back to center, roll up. All right, we've got another 6 like this. Nice and slow and controlled. That's it, guys. Nice straight arm. We've got another 3. Keep breathing out. To the side, to center, to the side again. And roll up. 2 more. And last one, roll it down. Up, go out to the side, up, out to the side. And we keep going here. Let's hold it there. Just go from side to side. Lift the arms back up in the middle here. That's it. We've got it. Let's go for 10. 9. We've got this, guys. Go for 8. Hold it there. You can do this. Last 7. Nearly there. Go for 6. Nice big twist through that upper body. Reach long to the side. We've got last 4. We've got 3. Almost there. Last 2. Keep going, keep going. Don't give up now. Last one. All the way out to the side, to center, to the right. And roll it up. Take a nice little forward fold over those legs here. Release through those abs, those hip flexors. My God. Really feeling it. And then when you're ready, bend back through those legs. We're going to roll all the way down here to the mat. So feet are still flat, hip distance apart. I'm going to bring both of your arms down by your side. We're going to start with your hip bridges. So, nice big inhale in through your nose. As you breathe out, we're going to roll the spine up. Press the hips up towards the ceiling. Nice big squeeze in those glutes. Breathe in to roll it down. We breathe out, roll up. Breathe in, roll it down. That's it. Keep going. Feel that nice peeling motion of the spine. Upper, middle, lower back. Lower, middle, upper back. One vertebra at a time. Pressing heavy through both feet. Activate the back of those legs. All right, 2 more here. Go for 1. Lift it up, hold it there. And take your right leg. Bring it to tabletop. From here, you're going to straighten that right leg out on the ankle so it's in line with your other knee. We're going to keep it straight to lift straight to vertical. Lower back down, bend to tabletop. Let's go again. Straighten out, nice and long. Lift up to vertical. Lower down, bend back in. That's it. See if you can even out those hips. So lift through that right hip a little bit more. Keep pressing strong through that left glute. Nice and slow here. Out, up, down, in. We've got this. That's it. Tummy is in. Nice and control. Let's go 4 more. Out, up, lower, in. Go for 3. Last 2. 1 more. Lift, lower, in. Keep the hips up. Lower the right leg down. Bring the left leg up. Let's go again on this side. Straighten out. Lift up to vertical. Lower down. Bring it in. Bend it in. Straighten out. Lift up. Lower. Bend in. That's it. We keep moving here. Notice how one leg's easier than the other one. There's always one side. It's a little bit stronger, a little bit easier. All right, keep pressing those hips up. Have a sneaky look. See if you can see your hip bones. Make sure they're leveled. So maybe lift up through that left hip just a tiny bit. All right, 4 more here. Out, up, lower, in. Go for 3. Last 2. That's it. 1 more. Out, up, lower, in. Keep the hips up. Drop the left foot down. Slowly peel the spine down. That's it. Amazing. Arms out to the side. Give your legs and your lower back a nice little windscreen wipe. A quick little breather. And then bend through those legs, roll on up to seated position and shuffle around to find yourself back into that 4-point meal. So we've got that other side to do. This time we're keeping the right leg down. We're going to go with the left leg. So making sure that your wrists are in line with your shoulders, the knees in line with the hips. We're nice and square here. You can do a cat-cow here if you want. Find that neutral spine. And then when you're ready, let's go with that left leg. We're going to send it out and back behind. Then draw it back in. Send it out long behind. Draw it in. That's it. So tummy's in. Lengthen through that leg. Lengthen back behind you. Nice and long. Nice and steady. Making sure we're not tipping down into that supporting leg, that right leg. Just warming up through that left glute. Beautiful. Eye gaze forward in front of those fingertips. Keep your neck nice and long here. Trying to avoid looking back towards your knees. Keep everything nice and soft. All right, let's go 4 more. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in. Take a second, drop the right elbow down here. So forearm is nice and parallel to the front edge of your mat. And then we're still propping ourselves up on that left hand. So right elbow down only. And we're going to send that left leg out and along behind us. Slightly rotate out to the side with the hip and the knee. A slight little rotation. Then from here, we're going to draw the knee all the way in to your shoulder, to your armpit, and send it back behind you nice and long. Draw it in, straighten out, bend, and extend. That's it. Once again, see if you can keep the upper body nice and still. So avoid rounding through the spine, crunching in through the tummy. Keep those core engaged. Just the leg moving as far in as you can bring it. And really lengthen it out. Lift up through that right hip as well. Make sure you're not starting to slowly sink down towards the floor here. All right. We've got this. Let's go 4 more. We've got 3. Nice and long. Go for 2. 1, bringing it straight out. Keep it straight. Lower the toes down to the floor. Lift it back up in line with the hip. Lower down to the floor. Lift it up. That's it. Lifts and lowers. Slow and controlled. Perfect. Feel that nice big squeeze. Both of our glutes now that we've worked the other side. Sometimes the worst bit is that supporting leg. Really feeling it the second time around. Amazing. Let's go another 4. Then we've got those big rainbows. In 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. You're going to lift it but send it out to the side. So draw a nice big semicircle up in the air. Then lift it, bring it back in line with your hip, back behind you. We'll lift, circle forward, lift, circle back. Once again, the other option, a little bit easier, just sweep down on the floor, the leg forward and back here. That's it, we've got this. Once again, squeeze into those tummy muscles, keep everything nice and still, or as still as possible. Let's work through that leg. Amazing, nice big rainbows. Beautiful, go 4 more here. Last 3, 2, we've got 1 more, and bring it all the way back, beautiful. Come on down onto the mat, so pop that hip down, turn around. We're still propping ourselves up on our right forearm. Your bottom leg is still bent and the top leg is still out long, coming into those nice big side planks here. You're going to stand your top arm nice and long against your thigh. And then when you're ready, starting with the leg down, you're going to lift the hips up and away from the mat as you reach the top arm nice and long over your head. Fingertips nice and long away from the body. Pop everything back down. Lift it up. Nice big squeeze in that bottom side waist. Lift the hips away from the mat. And lower down. Big breath out to lift. Inhale to lower. Now if you want a little bit more challenge here, remember, you can lift that top leg up, keep it lifted. Work through your side plank lifts. That's it, reaching long, long, long. Amazing, use your breath. Squeezing in that bottom glute, bottom waist. This side hurts. Alright, amazing guys. Nice and long here. Everything's about lengthening. Alright, let's go 4 more. Lift it up. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. We've got this. 2 here. And last one, lift it up, hold it there. Bring your top arm to vertical. Then from here, we're going to use that top arm and thread it under. You're going to send it, slide it underneath your waist, reach back behind you. Nice big twist. And then lift it straight back up to the ceiling. Big exhale, thread down and through. Inhale, lift. That's it, and keep moving. Nice big rotations. Nice big twist. If you're feeling really, really good, you can keep lifting that top leg up. Tell you what, those weights are heavy. Just gonna pop it down for a sec. Take a breather. Focus on my rotations here. Alright, we've got this, guys. Let's go another 4. 3. 2. Last one. Keep the hips up, arm up to the ceiling, little dips, down, up. Halfway down and up, halfway down and up. Lift that top leg back up if you can. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We've got this. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holy dooly. Alrighty. Lift yourself up, press yourself up in that seated position, legs out to the side. Roll that through that right shoulder. Give it a nice little roll. Nice little shake. If you want to stretch it out, bring it across the body, right arm across the body. And then overhead. Let's come into that nice big side bend, a nice little release from your left hand down to the side there. Reach the right arm up and overhead. That nice big stretch, the right hand side of the body. Reach those fingertips away, far, far, far. Nice big breath in. And breathe out, coming all the way back to center. Amazing. From here, turn onto your hands and knees, tuck the back toes under, press the hips up, straighten the legs. Take a quick little pedal here down in that downward facing dog. Bending one knee in at a time. Nice little reset, get the hips involved. Side to side. Perfect, then we're going to finish up with a little squat series and a plank. So we're going to walk the feet all the way in towards your hands. Find yourself in that forward fold. Take a second here if you need. Just hang down nice and heavy. Little rock of the weight forward and back on the toes and the heels. And as you breathe out on your next breath, roll it all the way back up. Head coming last. Amazing. Quick little shake out. All right. We want those feet hip distance apart coming into our squats. And we're gonna get those arms involved as well. The feet hip distance apart, doesn't really matter where you are on your mat, just make sure there's room behind you so you don't kick anything. And from here, we're going to send the bottom back and down as we reach the arms up in front. So lift them as high as you can. As we lift back up, the arms are going to come down by their side, and on the way up, you're going to move the body weight onto your right hand side to your right leg and kick the left leg back behind you. Squat down, arms go up, lift up, body weight over the left leg this time, kick the right leg back behind you. So we're not kicking back behind, we're just squeezing into that glute. Keep the leg as straight as possible, toes are flexed. You're just lifting that leg back before sinking back down into your squat. So start nice and slow. Use that exhale breath to press back up. Hopefully you should feel a nice little squeeze in those glutes. That's it, we've got it. Perfect, keeping that spine nice and long here. Chest is open. Eye gaze forward, lift the head up. That nice posture. Getting those heart rates up just a little. Alright, we've got 4 more here. Keep going, go for 2. 1 more, lift it back, sink back down into your squat, hold it there. You're gonna lift the right heel up, lower down, lift the left heel up, lower down. You can bring those hands on your hips if that feels better, if the arm's tired. We're literally just sinking low in that squat, lifting 1 heel at a time. Hold that squat. See if you can avoid the hips coming up each time you lift the heel. So just that ankle moving. Everything else is nice and still. Beautiful. Let's go 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Stay down nice and low. Shuffle your body weight into that right leg. Take the left toes out to the side. Bring them back to center. Tap. Behind you, tap. In, tap. Out, tap. So little toe taps. Out to the side and back behind you. Sinking low in that right leg. We've got another 10 here. And we swap sides to finish off. Go to last 8. Keep sinking down, don't come up. Last 6. We've got 4. We can do this. You can do this. Last 2. Yes, guys. Last one. Send it back. Lift it up for a quick shakeout. Then straight back down. Let's go with the right leg. So body weight over the left. Send the right leg out to the side. And back behind you. Bring it in. Out to the side. In. Back behind you. That's it. Last little bit here. For those legs anyways. Keep breathing here. Sink low in that left leg. Press those hips back. We've got this. Let's go for the last 8. We've got 6. 4. 3. Last one here. Bring it in, pop the foot down, stay low, little pulses up and down. Did I lie or did I lie? Little pulses to finish off. We've got this. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it all the way up. Give those legs a good little bash, a good little shake out. And then from here, I'm going to take a nice forward fold, pop the hands down onto the mat, and step your toes back until you find a nice downward facing dog position. Pedaling through those legs, a quick little reset here. I did mention a plank earlier, I think. So when you're ready, we're going to hinge the body forward. Come down into that nice full plank position. Feel free to drop the knees down. Hold that half plank if you need to. Otherwise, we're on those toes and we're just holding here. Nothing fancy. But sometimes holding is the hardest part. So squeeze into those quads. Squeeze those kneecaps up towards your thighs. Squeeze the back of the legs, the glutes. Draw those tummies in. Press away from the mat. Through those hands, nice and heavy here. And keep breathing. All right, we're here for another 30 seconds. We've got this. Drop the knee down at any stage if you need to. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep breathing here. We've got 15. Nearly there, guys. Last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly drop those knees down. Press your hips back onto your heels. Hands nice and long in front. Drop the forehead down onto the floor. And take a few rounds of big breaths in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Just enjoying that nice little child's pose. You can sway the hips side to side if that feels nice for you. One more big breath in here. And as you breathe out, tuck chin to chest, round through the spine, lift yourself up, head coming last. Roll out through those shoulders, and you're all done.